Hey, 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 it is Bridget, founder of Biddy Tarot, and we are about to get started with today's free training. So come on in. I am so looking forward to having you here, kind of meeting you, and getting to share some really awesome stuff with you today. So I've opened up the room a little bit early so that you can get in, get comfy, we can get to know each other a little bit. As soon as you join in, please say hi. We've got the chat enabled so that you can let me know who you are and where you're watching from. That would be really fun. So come on in. Don't be shy. It says don't be shy, start chatting. I know there's always a little bit of a delay, so I will be patient. Excellent. We've got Chloe saying hi. Erica, hello. Sarah's here. Awesome. Awesome. Chloe's in New York. Beautiful. Chloe, did you know that I have a daughter named Chloe too? It's pretty neat. Let me see. We've got Marion here as well. Andy saying hi. Laura from our team is here, of course. I couldn't do it without my team. Let me see. Trisha, Selena, Brianna, Patty, Alex, Mill, Oana. Oh, Mill's in Dubai. Neat. Erica, Dee, Dulce or Gabriella, Dulce. Hadina or Jadina, Shirley, Peyton, Emma. Here we go. Now it gets a little bit crazy. Ariella, from Maui with a beautiful heart and a rainbow. Gorgeous. Trinity's in Argentina. Beautiful Jade in Alabama. Jennifer in New Zealand. Lee in WA. Sarah's in Oregon. Oh, Angela's in Brooklyn. Awesome. Do you know we're going to be in Brooklyn in a few months' time? Pretty exciting. So make sure you check that out. Awesome. We've got Alison in Tassie. Yay. I hope you're not too cold. It's cheeky. Awesome. Jacqueline's down in Brizzy. Isabella's in Rio. Oh, love Rio. Guatemala. Alex is in Guatemala. Beautiful. Maria's in Portugal. I would love to go to Portugal. We spent so much time in Spain and just loved it in Spain. So I imagine Portugal is similar but different. I don't want to say that you're exactly the same because I'm sure that would be upsetting. Beautiful. Lucy's in the UK. Oh, beautiful. We've got a few folks from Europe right now, and I know it's very late, so I do appreciate it. And here's the thing. If you end up falling asleep, I don't blame you. And not because this is going to be boring, but because it's very late at night. And so there will be a replay available afterwards. So if for whatever reason you can't make the whole training today, don't stress, because there will be a replay available for just a couple of days afterwards. Beautiful. Let me see. Tanya's in Mexico. I'd love to be in Mexico right now. Robbie's in Atlanta. That's another place I'm going to be in September, so watch out for that. Laura's also in Rio. Stephanie's in Ireland. Awesome. Rebecca's also in the UK. Alison saying it's a bit warmer. We've hit double figures. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit? Hopefully it's Celsius. Oh, it must be in Tassie, right? Yeah, neat. Keith is in Malaysia. Cool. Lovewin in Tampa. Neat. In Alaska. Awesome. Neat. Charlie's in Texas. Beautiful. Lisa's in Baltimore. Awesome. So we have had over 9,000 people register for this webinar. We ran the free, the first live training on Monday, or my Monday? No, Tuesday. Oh, I'm so confused. This has been a big week for us. But we had over 1,000 people on that call. It's crazy, on the live call. I can't wait to see how many people come in today. Right now, we're sitting on around 228 people. Can you imagine, just imagine 228 people here sitting around you right now. It is insane, and that's beautiful because that's 228 people who are learning about tarot and learning how to really bring tarot into their lives. Now, you might also notice I am surrounded by love hearts. And it's not just because I like love and, want to feel really good, and I do. Every single love heart represents a new student in our certification program. It is such a joy and a pleasure to be welcoming these people into the certification program, to be helping and supporting them to read tarot with confidence and become a trusted tarot advisor. Now, in today's training, I am going to tell you a little bit more about the certification program, so stick around to listen more about that. But I just wanted to share with you all of this beautiful, juicy love that is surrounding me right now. It's so nice to walk in here. Oh, awesome. We've got Rose in Melbourne. That's where I used to live. Neat. Okay. Jack's asking, is it a sales pitch? No. So you're going to get a lot of free training. I will share more about the certification program. However, if it's not for you, you are more than welcome to jump off. I'm not going to stop you. I won't know. So that's all good. Neat. We've got Laurie's in Canada, Maria in California. Awesome. Adrian's in Idaho. Beautiful. Fabulous. Okay, we're just going to get started. If you're just joining us, don't worry, we haven't already started. I've opened up the room a little bit early so that we can get things underway right on time. Now, in the meantime, make sure you download the free workbook that goes along with the training today. You'll find the link right there at the top of the chat. If you can't print it off, don't stress. You can always save it. We've made it as a fillable PDF for you. If that doesn't work either, just regular pen and paper is all good. It's all fine. And make sure you're comfy with a glass of water, maybe a cup of tea. I know last time we had someone with a glass of scotch. You choose, whatever you need. It's all good. I won't be drinking scotch because it is almost 9:30 in the morning on Thursday right here. Fabulous. Now, the other question I always like to ask is, what are you wearing? So actually, last time I was in my yoga pants. Today, I kind of dressed up. I've put on a skirt. I'm wearing a top. It's all good. So I'd love to know, what are you wearing? And don't worry, it's not a kinky question. I just love to hear, usually we could get like lots of PJs or yoga pants, sweatpants, undies, whatever you feel good with. Awesome. Marion's in her PJs. Marissa's in PJs as well. Shorts and a t-shirt. Mum jeans. Oh, nice. Jeans, long sleeve pink t-shirt. Nice. A uniform after work. Lots of PJs. I'm happy you're in your PJs. A cat fur. Oh gosh, I remember those days we used to have a cat. It's pretty full on. Oh no, Chow I think was saying nursing a twisted ankle. Psychedelic Albert Einstein t-shirt. Way to go, Anna. Neat. Yoga pants and a hoodie. I'd probably be quite comfortable in that actually. Awesome. Let me see. Fuzzy warm jackets, blue jeans, white t-shirt. I love it. T-shirt and comfy shorts. Neat. Awesome. I'm just going to check in with my team, make sure we're doing all good. Yes, we are. Neat. All right. Okay. So, if you're having some connection problems, here's some quick tips. Make sure that all of your anything that is using internet, just stop it, except for this, of course. Don't turn this one off. But I normally turn off like things like my calendar, or actually that's what I do need to do. Turn off my calendar. I switch off Dropbox, anything that might be using the internet. If anybody else in the house is using your Wi-Fi, you say, stop. I'm learning tarot. You need to turn that Wi-Fi off. I want this to be awesome. Oh, thank you, Camille, saying you love the necklace. Thank you. It's kind of tricky. I need to sit back a bit more and then get it right in there. It's all good. All right. Fabulous. Now, the other thing, and I'm going to talk about this in a sec too, we've got Laura in the chat right now. She is here to help you in case you've got any issues or tech issues, whatever. Laura's here to help you as well. Neat. Now, if you are, cool. Okay. Oh, let me see if I can catch this, Laura. So some things to consider when viewing. It's actually, this is best viewed on your desktop computer using Google Chrome. So if you're on like an iPad or something, if you can get onto a computer, that's going to be a better experience for you. And see if you can open this up in Google Chrome. Yes, but that's only if you're having trouble. Don't stress if you're not having trouble. No changes. Awesome. Okay, if you're just joining us, we are going to get started in about 4 minutes time. I cannot wait for today. It's going to be super fun. Make sure that you have got your workbook downloaded. You can just save it to your computer and type into it. If you can't do all of that, no stress, just grab your pen and paper as well. If you've got any questions, then pop it into the chat. We've got Laura here. We've got me, and we might also have Kim. We've also got our team is on our help desk. So if you need any help, team@biddytarot.com. Fabulous. If you are just joining, please say hello. And of course, I love to know what you're wearing, not for the kinky stuff, but more just to have a bit of fun and just, you know, I think it's just really nice knowing that we're all here, probably in our snuggly PJs, except for me. I had to get dressed up this morning. It'll be fun. Beverly saying, oh my God, you're so nice. That's cute. Neat. Oh, Melanie, how do you get the workbook? Check the link right at above the, there, above the chat. I think it's biddytarot.com/trusted-advisor-workbook. Awesome. Oh, should we have our cards? You know what? You may want to have them with you, but it's not essential that you have them with you. I don't know about you, but I always have my cards. They're like they're right here. But you might want to have them with you. And do you know what I find is really fun before starting one of these trainings is just pull a card and just ask yourself, how can I get the most out of this training? So shuffle, pull a card, and just check in with what's working for you. Neat. Charlie's saying, thank you for giving a free training. I appreciate it. Awesome. Oh, I know the bookshelf. Okay, so let me tell you, if you are just joining, this bookshelf is not just a pretty looking bookshelf. It is every little love heart here is a new student to our certification program. And I think we have welcomed over 125 students already into the program. The doors are still open until next Tuesday. I am going to share more about the certification program on today's call. So if you are interested, then please make sure you stick around because I do give some good details about what to expect in the program and if it's right for you and so on. But I am just celebrating that we've got this many people, not just like in the program, you know, that's great for us, but every single love heart here represents a person who is finally figuring out how to use tarot in a way that is really powerful, in a way that helps connect them to their intuition, in a way that then they can go out into the world with a really positive impact. So I see these as little seeds of inspiration and seeds of change. We are changing the way that people see tarot. With every person that we support through the Biddy Tarot certification program and through our courses, I fundamentally believe that we're shifting the perception of tarot. And it's not really us, we're the facilitators or the holder of the space for that to happen. It's really you going out there and being that trusted tarot advisor. And in fact, that's what you're going to hear a lot about today is how you really step into becoming that trusted tarot advisor. Because not only is it awesome for you, it's awesome for the wider community. Because I don't know about you, but when we think about with tarot, I don't know, the general perception, there's so many misperceptions about tarot. There's still the old stigma about tarot. And this is, you know, becoming that trusted tarot advisor is about fundamentally changing that stigma and changing the way people see tarot. Now, if you're just joining, don't worry, I haven't started. I'm just, you know, kind of just talking. We are about to start right now, actually. Oh, wobbles. I just want to check in with my team, make sure that we are all good here. I think we are. Okay, fabulous. So, couple of things. I need to make sure that I am doing everything correctly. So let me make sure I check my checklist. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to switch our chat to private chat. Now, the reason we do this, I don't know about you, like we've got over 500 people here in the live room, which is all awesome. And it looks like we are now on private chat. Thank you, Laura. So what happens is when we've got so many people in here, it can get kind of distracting if we've got the chat going on. So the way that we've got it set up now is that if you do ask a question, we will see it. Our team sees it. Myself and Laura will be able to see your question. We'll also be able to respond to you privately in chat. So you've still got connection to us. You just don't get the whole kind of, you know, distraction of all the chat that's going on. Now, the other thing is, I live in a beautiful part of Australia. It is like 5 acres in the rainforest. And whilst we absolutely love this place, the one thing that's not quite so good, especially when you run an online business, is the internet. Now, in the past, when I've run these live trainings, what has happened is we get halfway and then the whole system falls over because the internet conks out, and it's not good for anybody, trust me. So what I've done to ensure that you have a really streamlined and consistent experience is I have pre-recorded today's training. Now, before you groan and go, oh, but Bridget, I wanted to have a live session with you. Don't worry. This is actually the best of both worlds because I'm going to be here on live chat. So while you're watching me doing the training, if you have questions, post them into the chat and Laura and I are going to be responding to you directly. Trust me, this is way better than me just running the training live because I can't actually answer questions as I go, but now I can. And so just know that I'm here throughout this whole live session. So is Laura, and we really want to make sure that you have this really consistent experience with the training. All right, so with that in mind, let's do this. Oh my God, I'm getting super excited. Now I am going to switch over to our video for our training. All right, fingers crossed this all goes well. We're out of Mercury retrograde now, right? So all good. All right, let's do this. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you here on today's training. Now, you're in the right place if you want to learn how to go from party trick tarot reader to trusted tarot advisor. Because in today's webinar, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 steps to access your intuition and read tarot with confidence every time you consult the tarot cards. And if you're ready to take your tarot readings to the next level and really step into that trusted tarot advisor, I'm going to be sharing details about our Biddy Tarot certification program later in today's call. Plus, I'm going to give you some cool access to some awesome bonuses and gifts, all part of the program launch. Now, make sure you have a pen and paper ready and also the workbook that I've emailed to you. Now, you can get that over at biddytarot.com/trusted-advisor-workbook. Now, I created the bonus workbook so that you can get the most value out of today's training and to keep you on track as we go through all of this juicy, juicy goodness. Now, before we get started, make sure you turn off all distractions, your phone, messenger, social media, or any other web page that you might have open. I've got heaps and heaps of juicy information for you today, and I really don't want you to miss a thing. Now, here's the thing. In the next 60 minutes, I'm going to promise to give you as much good content as possible. And I would love for you to stay as focused as you can so that I can make it worth every minute of your time. Now, if you multitask, like some of us do, I'm guilty, if you multitask throughout this whole training, you're really going to miss a lot of the important lessons that I have to share with you today. So please stay with me and I promise to make it worth your while. Now, although part of this training is pre-recorded, so this part of the training is pre-recorded, the good news is that I'm right here on the live chat along with Kim, Laura and Kirsty from the Biddy Tarot team, and we're here to answer your questions as we go through the training. Now, all you need to do is type your question into the chat box and we'll respond directly to you. Now, remember the chat is on private to help you keep focused, so you won't see other people's questions, but just know that we're here for you and we're ready to answer your questions. Now, also at the end of today's training, all things going well, I'll also be jumping back onto the video and I'm going to be able to answer your questions live on this call. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to be here until I've answered every single one of your questions, trust me. Now, if you are watching the replay, you can also send your questions to us by emailing team@biddytarot.com and we're going to respond as soon as possible. All right, you ready to have some fun today? Okay, so I want to start with a story of 2 tarot card readers. So picture reader A, she's in the back room at a party, her cloth is laid out and she's got tarot reading clients like way out the door. Now, everyone's asking her things like, am I going to hook up with someone tonight? Or when am I going to meet the love of my life? And they get the answer that they come for, but they leave quickly and totally forget what that reader has said to them. Nothing really changes and they go back to life as normal. Now, picture reader B. Now, she studied all of the tarot card meanings and learned all that she could about how to do a tarot reading. But she didn't stop there. She practiced reading for others by offering free readings in exchange for feedback. And she learned how to connect intuitively with the tarot to help create powerful and memorable experiences for the people that she read for. Her clients pay hundreds of dollars for a reading with her, and most importantly, they feel like they're getting their money's worth, and then some, because their reading has powerfully changed the course of their lives for the better. Her clients are able to take that information from the reading and use it to make better decisions, live inspired lives, and manifest their goals. For example, one woman left a career of 20 years to follow her dreams as an energy healer. And one man turned his life around and finally attracted the ideal partner for him. All because of a powerful tarot reading with this one reader. And the best thing, these tarot readings are so powerful that even several years later, those people are still talking about how the reading has changed the course of their lives. Now, the truth is I have been both of these readers. I've been the party trick tarot reader and I've been the trusted tarot advisor. So what made the difference? Now, there are three main problems with being a party trick tarot reader, and I want you to write these down in your workbook. So number one, you're not taken seriously. If you're a party trick tarot reader, typically people don't take you seriously. Number two, you have little or no impact on the person. So write that down. You have little or no impact on the other person that you're reading for. And then number three, they're probably not going to take action. So they're not going to take action based on what you say in the reading. And look, being a party trick tarot reader, it's fine if that's your goal. And maybe there's some of you on this call who are completely happy reading tarot like a party trick. And if that's the case, it's probably not the best place for you to be right now, because I really want to focus today on how you can move from that party trick tarot reader to being a trusted tarot advisor. So for those of you who can see that there's more to tarot than just a fun party trick, I'm really here today to validate your gut instinct and let you know that there really is something magical that can happen when you're reading tarot as a trusted advisor. So you know that with like the help of your tarot cards, you are actually creating the opportunity and the possibility for that person to have a life-changing conversation with you and to transform their life for the better. And seriously, that is like powerful stuff, right? So here's what I want you to write down in your workbook again. Being a trusted tarot advisor means that you help the people that you read for create the life that they truly want. So you're helping them create the life they truly, truly want. Right? So thing number two, awesome thing number two about being a trusted tarot advisor, you help them make important decisions that they've been putting off. So important decision making. And number three, you help them see a possibility of a new path. So help them see a possibility. And this new path is one that's in alignment with who they really are and what they want to do and manifest in this lifetime. So that right there is the power of being a trusted tarot advisor. And it's something that is totally within reach when you read tarot for other people. Okay, so the way that I look at it is this. When someone asks you for a reading, their lives are going on a certain path, right? So for many people, they're living by default. They're not really consciously choosing their lives. They're just taking it for what it is, including the good and the bad. And if they keep on that path, then it's all just going to stay the same for the rest of their lives. You know, our mind really likes just keeping in the status quo. But as a trusted tarot advisor, when you lay out the tarot cards and translate the messages, you're able to show your clients what different paths are available to them and how they can make conscious choices about which path to choose. And ultimately, you're able to help your client create the lives that they want to live. And that in itself is super, super powerful. However, that kind of level of conversation between you and someone you read for can only happen if they take it seriously. And for them to take it seriously, guess what? You need to take it seriously too. So before we move on, let's have a quick chat about what tarot is and isn't. The way I look at it, the tarot cards are just ink on paper. It doesn't have to be all supernatural and out there, and you don't have to be psychic to figure out what the cards are saying. In fact, I believe that anyone can read tarot, including you. Now, of course, if you want tarot to be all supernatural and psychic and woo-woo and mystical, go for it. Like, it's a beautiful place to be. But the thing is, like, it's totally up to you, and that's the beauty of tarot. You get to make it the way that you want it. However, make no mistake, whichever approach you choose, there is an opportunity and a possibility to have a powerful, life-changing conversation every time you do a tarot reading. So I want to invite you now just to check in and be really honest with yourself. How do you approach and deliver your tarot card readings right now? So page 4 of your workbook, put a star whether you feel your readings are closer to the style of a party trick tarot reader or more like a powerful conversation with a trusted tarot advisor. Now, wherever you are, remember, it's absolutely okay. One is not better than the other, okay? Now, once you've done that, give you a quick moment. So have a bit of a think. Where are you sitting right now? Party trick or trusted tarot advisor? Now, I want you to just take a deep grounding breath, and as you do that, just clear your mind. And I want you to ask yourself now, in this beautiful state of relaxation and calm, how do you want your tarot readings to be? Do you want them to be more like a party trick or more like a powerful conversation that has the ability to change people's lives for the better? So put a star where you want to be inside of your workbook. And let's make this real, okay? I want you to share your response in the chat. Now, when I've asked this question in the past, here are some of the responses that I've received. So Angie has said, I want to help and guide others for the highest good. Summer has said, I definitely want to be a trusted advisor. And Miriam has said, I want to have powerful conversations. And here's the last one. This one was from Samantha. And Samantha had said, I think I'd actually like to be in the middle. I'm comfortable with being a party trick, but being a trusted advisor scares me. Now, I love Samantha's honesty, and maybe some of you are feeling the same way. So I want you to know you're definitely in the right place today, because I'm going to show you the 5 ways to become a trusted tarot advisor very soon. And I hope that by the end of today's training, it's going to be something that you feel is very much within your reach. Okay, so one last question for you is, what would be possible for you and others if you became a trusted tarot advisor? So what would be possible for you if you became a trusted tarot advisor? So let me just give you a little minute to think. And of course, I would love for you to share your responses in the live chat so we can take a quick little look. Now, here are some of the things that our community has shared in previous times that I've run this training. Now, Bianca had said, well, it would be possible to help my clients on a deep soul level. It's really nice, isn't it? Jamie has said it would mean I could charge more for my readings because my clients would value them more. Absolutely. And Danny has said, I'd feel like I was making a real difference with my tarot reading skills and sharing my gifts. Really, really nice. Now, remember, one is not better than the other, but this training today is really designed for those of you who have that core intention of being a trusted tarot advisor. So if that's not you, I can save you some time. You can jump off this call. But if that is you, that you do want to become a trusted tarot advisor, then stay tuned and stay part of this training. Now, who am I? Now, some of you may not know me. I know we've got a few new folks on the training today. So I want to share a couple of quick facts with you before we get into the training. So I'm founder of Biddy Tarot, and every year we have over 4 million visitors to our website who are learning our tarot card meanings. In fact, if you type any tarot card into Google, you'll usually find us at the top of those search results. Pretty cool. I'm a trusted advisor to over 10,000 people who've had readings with me. And more importantly, I've taught over 2,000, or actually no, 1,800, we're close to 2,000 students in my online training programs to become trusted tarot advisors and successful tarot readers in their own right. Now, because Biddy Tarot is an approved training provider with the International Institute of Complementary Therapies, you can rest assured that my training programs meet a really high level of integrity, and it's endorsed by an internationally recognized organization. So I know firsthand what it takes to become a trusted tarot advisor. And that's exactly what we're going to cover today, how to go from party trick to trusted tarot advisor. And I'll be showing you the 5 steps to access your intuition and read tarot with confidence every time you consult the tarot cards. So this training today is designed to help you become a better tarot reader, have a bigger impact, and create more positive change in the world. So let's dive in. Okay, step number 1 of 5. So learn how to interpret the cards, not what the cards mean. Now, write this down in your workbook. I'm going to take a quick sip of water, but write this down in your workbook. Incredibly important. Okay, so here's the thing. Most people learn tarot through memorization, or at least they try to. They spend hours studying what all of the books say, trying to commit it all to memory. And then when it comes time to do a reading, they hope to God that they're going to remember it all and that it'll all make sense. Now, this is a classic party trick move right here. You might pick up the death card and you think, oh my gosh, someone's going to die. Or maybe the tower card and you think, oh, it's just total chaos and destruction. Or the 8 of Pentacles. Oh, shoot, let me just look that up on my iPhone. But sometimes it can also be a bit scary to put those books away and just read a book, do a reading all based on your intuition. I know that can be a bit scary because what if you can't remember, or if you go blank, or if you get it wrong in the reading? So that's why you've got to learn how to interpret the cards, not what the cards mean. So how to interpret, not what the cards mean. So here's the thing. A party trick tarot reader might spend half the reading looking up the meanings in a book. But if you want to be a trusted tarot advisor, you need to do something different. So here's what you need to do. Have we got steps here? Okay, no, good. And you will notice me looking just to the side. I've got my slides here. So it's all things going on here. It's all good. So this is what you need to do different in order to learn how to read the cards, not what they mean. So put the book down. Number 1, put the book down. Put it away. Put it in like a different room to where you're doing the tarot reading. Then when you're about to do your reading, take in a really deep breath. Just focus yourself. Let all your thoughts go and just come like right into the space and be really, really present. Then draw a tarot card. And as you draw this card, you're probably asking a question, even if it's as simple as what do I need to know right now? So you draw the card and then look at the imagery of the card. Don't use your brain and go, oh, what does the card mean? Look at the imagery and let that imagery tell you a story and see what comes up intuitively versus like more rationally as you look at that card. So you might get a thought, a feeling, you might get words popping into your mind, you might see things. It really depends what your special talents and skills are in terms of interpreting things intuitively. Now you can go on to describe the picture in the card, and in fact, as you're describing the picture, you'll probably get even more intuitive insights into that card. Notice what's going on in the card. Ask yourself also, what does this story mean for me? What we see in the cards is often a metaphor for what's going on in our life. And when we've got our intuition switched on, we're making beautiful connections between both. So it's really important that you're guided by your intuition as you're doing that reading. And then you go ahead and you answer the question based on everything that you've seen intuitively in the cards. Now, when you read tarot like this, you make an instant connection to your intuition and your readings really, really do start to sparkle. And you'll know that this is happening because the insights begin to flow easily and effortlessly. And I tell you what, you will be blown away by the messages in the cards. So here's an example I love to share. I was doing a reading for a client and she had just recently broken up with her partner and now her ex. And she was wondering, you know, are we going to get back together? So I did the reading for her and the Knight of Cups came up. Now, Knight of Cups, yeah, it's a nice romantic card. And if you were looking this up in a book, you'd probably think, well, maybe they've got another chance. But because I know now how to let my intuition do the talking, I intuitively looked at this card. And the thing that I noticed was that little river going through the desert. And I thought, oh, desert oasis. I don't know why that is. And so I said to her, look, I have a really strange feeling that maybe he's being really romantic in a desert oasis. And if you're not in that desert oasis, who is? And she wrote back to me in a couple of days. She said, oh my goodness, Bridget, you are absolutely right. I found out that he'd gone to a desert oasis resort with a new love. I'm not kidding you. This is what happened. Insane, right? Now, this is stuff that you will not see in tarot books. And it's all a product of trusting your intuition. So that is step number one. Is how to learn how to interpret the cards, not what the cards mean. Now, let's move into step number two. Listen to the heart of the question. Now, remember to write that down in your workbook. All right, so you're doing a reading for a friend and she asks you, okay, where should I move to? You grab your cards and you pull out the Five of Pentacles and you think, oh, goodness me, church? Because you can see a church on the card. You're thinking, you're going to move to a church? I don't know. And then meanwhile, in your mind, you're quickly realizing that there is no tarot card for Canada, Australia, or anywhere else for that matter. So you're starting to sweat bullets. Your friend is going to think you're a total fraud because you can't answer her simple question. Your hands are clammy and you are wiggling in your seat. And you say to your friend, let's go get a drink, hoping that you can distract her. It's a total party trick fail. So what do you do instead? Well, the trick here is to listen for the heart of the question. Now, a party trick tarot reader will take any question and read on it straight away in the hope to please and impress the person they're reading for. But a trusted tarot advisor will unpack the question first with the client to really get to the heart of the question, what's really being asked. And how exactly do you do that? Well, here's what I teach my students inside of my Read Tarot with Confidence program. Okay, so here's the thing. Most questions that we ask about tarot, or that we ask our tarot cards, fall into either of two categories, fate-based or choice-based questions. Now, fate-based questions start with is, will, when, or should. And they assume that the client is powerless in creating their futures, and instead the future will just happen to them. These readings might show off your psychic abilities if you have them, but they're not going to create lasting change for your clients because essentially they're left feeling powerless. Now, choice-based questions, on the other hand, start with what, how, and why. And they assume that the client is empowered to create their destiny just the way they want it. So your reading is going to help them make good choices about what they want and how to make it happen. So much more powerful, right? So here's an example. Let's say you want to ask, well, when will I find a job? Now, what if the tarot cards reveal to you that it wouldn't be until next year? You'd probably feel pretty bad about it, and especially if you wanted to get a job now. And then worse, you'd feel powerless to change the outcome. You just have to wait around until you get that job next year. But what if you used choice-based questions that we talked about in the previous slide? For example, what does my dream job look like? What can I do to find my dream job? How will I know when I've found the right job? And what might I experience over the coming months? Now, with these kinds of questions, you can make more conscious choices and actually manifest and create the outcomes that you want. So imagine what a different reading this would be. You'd actually walk away knowing what it is that you can do to manifest your dream job, and you feel empowered to create those outcomes that you want. So really, really important. The lesson here is don't just take a question on face value. Really take the time to listen to the heart of the question and focus on choice-based questions rather than those fate-based questions, so that you can connect more deeply with the person you're reading for and help them shape their own destiny in powerful ways. All right. So I hope that's been helpful so far. Let's now move into step number 3 and write this down in your workbook. So step number 3 in terms of becoming a trusted tarot advisor is practice reading tarot for people you don't know and ask for feedback. Practice reading tarot for people you don't know and ask for feedback. So here's the other thing that people who read tarot and what they tell me, they're often practicing tarot on themselves. Now, there's nothing wrong with practicing tarot with yourself, especially when you're learning and you're experimenting with the cards. But there does come a time when reading for yourself won't improve your tarot reading skills anymore, and you do need to start reading for others. So what happens is that you start to read for your friends and your family. It's a great step. You develop your confidence, you develop your skills, but then your mum, she runs out of questions to ask the tarot cards, or on the flip side, your sister asks for the 20th time this week when she'll meet her future husband. It can get super, super tedious for everybody. So if you really want to become a trusted tarot advisor, here's what you need to do. You need to practice on a range of people that you don't know and ask for feedback. Okay, so instead of sitting inside your bedroom, reading for yourself or your cat for the 1000th time, get out and start reading for strangers in exchange for that unique learning experience and real-time feedback. So here's what you want to do. You want to find people who are ready and willing to give you feedback in exchange for a free reading, and find people who you don't know, people who are strangers to you, because that way you can't simply rely on what you know, and you really have to allow your intuition to kick into gear. Now, you could set up at a cafe, a library, a hairdresser, on the street, you name it. And then for every person that you read for, make it really clear that they're getting a free reading in exchange for their feedback. Make sure it's clear too that you're learning in this process. So here are some of the questions that you might ask when you're getting feedback on your readings. And remember, this feedback is so helpful in terms of improving your tarot reading skills and also boosting your confidence. So you might ask these folks, what was most helpful for you? Or how well did I address and answer your question? What can I do to improve? And most importantly, would you be willing to write a testimonial? And if yes, then please do. So just imagine how powerful it would be if you could get this kind of feedback every time you did a tarot reading. And it was in that really safe environment where everybody knows that you're learning and getting experience from those readings. And look, the first reading with a stranger can be a little scary. I've been there before. But as soon as you get that first positive feedback, boom, your confidence will go through the roof. Now, when you read tarot for strangers, you're going to get that real life experience that's like no other, and you get instant validation of whether you're hitting the nail on the head or not. Plus, it's going to give you an incredibly valuable experience that you can go on to read for others professionally. And even if that's not on your radar, that reading for others professionally, you might be surprised at how the confidence boost of reading for strangers can really open you up to all sorts of new possibilities. So here's an example. This is Garrett, and we love Garrett. He's been a community member and part of our programs. Now, 2 years ago, Garrett could barely get through a tarot reading without having to look up the card in his tarot book. Every time he did a tarot reading, he literally copied exactly what was in the book and wrote it down for his own readings. Now, a year later, Garrett discovered the Biddy Tarot community, and in the very first week of becoming a member, he jumped inside of our free tarot readings platform and set up his profile. My goodness, he was super, super nervous. His hands were shaking as he set his availability, and he clicked on the submit button. His very first client would be landing in his inbox in just 24 hours. Now, when Garrett recalled this moment, he said, "I'll never forget the anxiety that ran through my body when my first FTR request popped in my inbox. However, it took a moment to breathe, get centered before reading it. The question was basically, tell me about my future. And thanks to the community, I knew exactly how to handle this inquiry. I immediately emailed the client and asked a few questions to get to the heart of what she wanted to know." See, Garrett's clued in. After a few readings, Garrett started receiving 5-star feedback, and his confidence went through the roof. And he even said to me that he was totally blown away by the accuracy and clarity of his own readings. And better still, so were his clients. Now, by the 12th reading he did, and consistently positive feedback, Garrett decided it was time to start charging for his readings. He set the intention, and literally within days, he had multiple requests for paid readings. And a week after that, he was contacted by the local farmers market asking if he wanted to read tarot at the market each week. Here's Garrett's website. Beautiful. Now, fast forward to now, and Garrett's got his own website, which we can see right here, and a steady flow of clients. And this is what Garrett says about his experience. He says, "I'm deeply grateful for the FTR because it helped to give me the courage to start and grow my own tarot reading business. I feel so comfortable helping clients get to the heart of their questions and then trusting what I see in the cards. If I hadn't had the opportunity to read for complete strangers in an established learning environment, I'd probably still just be reading for myself." I love Garrett's story. I think it's super powerful. All right, let's move on now to step number 4. And again, write this down in your book. I'm going to take another sip of water. And it is connect with your tribe and compare notes with others who do more than just party tricks. So connect with your tribe. Now, have you ever hung out with someone or a group of people who thought that you were just plain weird for even talking about tarot and intuition? Maybe they think you're a total Fruit Loop because you use words like universe, spirit, intuitive hits, guides, and so on. Or worse, have you ever had people that you know laugh at you or put you down because you listen to your own inner wisdom? I've been there before, and I tell you what, it feels awful. And worse, what happens is it dulls your light and it makes connecting with your intuition that much harder because you're always in this self-doubt and judgment mode, which is just yuck. Now, on the flip side, imagine if you were surrounded by people who love to read tarot and who use this tool in really powerful and meaningful ways, who wanted to see you succeed as a tarot reader and a trusted tarot advisor, who weren't afraid to talk about the important role that tarot plays in our lives, and who are bold and courageous and were willing to share all that good juju around. Totally different feeling, right? And that is exactly what we have inside of our Biddy Tarot community. It is absolutely magical. So that is the 4th step to becoming a trusted tarot advisor, is to make sure you're connecting with your tarot tribe and you're comparing notes with other people who share a similar mindset to you, who are open to exploring tarot, open to exploring their intuition, and also who do more than just party tricks. Now, being around people who get tarot can really support your development as a tarot reader without them questioning you or leaving you feeling silly. And you really want to find like-minded people who are non-judgmental and who want to see you succeed, who inspire you and show you what's truly possible with tarot, and who'll also answer your questions and support you along your journey with tarot. Now, you want to also meet with your tarot tribe regularly so you can talk about tarot all day long and also compare notes about your readings, tarot card interpretations, and your interactions with your clients. So you might have heard this saying before, but you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And boy, is that true, especially when it comes to something like tarot, where there can be such contrasting views. And even when you're around people who read tarot, choose the people who are lifting you up and supporting you and who have just an overall good juju around tarot. Not people who tell you what's right and wrong or tear others down. Really spend your time and your energy on those people who are in a positive mindset and who will just help you really grow and flourish with the tarot cards. And here's the thing, when you are surrounding yourself with like-minded people who love tarot just as much as you do, it elevates your tarot reading skills and it inspires you to maximize that full potential that the tarot has to offer. Now, there is one more strategy I want to share with you, which I'm saving up for last. But first, I want to pause and check in with you. So I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to sense that you're probably in one of 3 places right now. So 1, you might be saying, I read tarot like a party trick, and that's fine by me. I like drunk people asking me if they'll get laid tonight, and I'm happy to do that for the next 20 years. Okay, I know that's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but hopefully you know what I mean. Now, number 2, we might even have no, we're all good. So number 2, you might be saying, I might read tarot like a party trick now, but I really want my readings to have more impact and I want to be a trusted tarot advisor. Or 3, you might be saying, right, I'm already a trusted tarot advisor, but not everyone recognizes it instantly, and I'm looking for a way to stand out from the crowd and get more clients. So wherever you are is perfect, but if you're not consistently feeling like the people you read for consider you as their trusted tarot advisor, and you want them to feel like that they can trust you as an advisor, then you have some work to do. Now, you can take this journey in one of 2 ways, and you certainly have a choice. So you can take the slow path, where you dabble over the next few years, trying to figure out how to become a better tarot reader, using trial and error and not really knowing whether you're on the right track or not. You might try and find free resources, or even take a little bit of what you've learned today in the training and it's just kind of like see how you go. And it's definitely the slow path. Now, you can take the quick path and learn how to access your intuition and read tarot with confidence in just a few months. And that's why I've created my signature training, the Biddy Tarot Certification Program. Now, the Biddy Tarot Certification Program is a complete, all-inclusive 7-month training and certification program that shows you how to read tarot like a trusted advisor. Now, on the surface, it's about teaching you the skills and techniques that you need to become a trusted tarot advisor, and giving you the credibility and validation of being certified by one of the leading tarot organizations online. And on a deeper level, it's about connecting and trusting your inner wisdom, sharing crystal clear insight, and truly making a difference in your life and others. Now, the Biddy Tarot Certification Program is like no other. It gives you 3 main advantages. So number 1, it gives you start to finish training with our 2 most popular training programs, Master the Tarot Card Meanings and Read Tarot with Confidence. Plus, you get access to me so that you can ask me any question as you go through the program, and you can get advice about reading tarot. Now, it also gives you the opportunity to practice your tarot readings inside of our free tarot readings platform in the Biddy Tarot community. And of course, it gives you credibility, just like Andrew here. It gives you credibility knowing that you have been trained and certified with the leading tarot organization online, which is Biddy Tarot. Just like Andrew right here, who became a certified Biddy Tarot reader in 2017, and he's now serving hundreds of clients online. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, okay, how is this different from other tarot certification programs? I tell you what, they are popping up like crazy, like little mushrooms. So you know that we have, okay, awesome, no, we're all good. So you know that there are like late night internet searches. We do like these late night internet searches, and they bring up websites that promise instant certification, and it happens in tarot as well. Now, that kind of certification is Party Trick certification. The Biddy Tarot certification program, well, this is for trusted advisors. So unlike other tarot certifications that will literally certify anyone with a pulse and a credit card, our certification program is a cut above, and here's why. So you'll complete a series of quizzes as you learn to make sure that you understand the concepts in the training. You'll submit samples of your actual tarot readings to show our certification review panel that you understand how to interpret the cards and communicate with clients in a meaningful way. And you'll also get to practice giving readings for strangers to boost your confidence and give you lots of real-world experience during your studies. And finally, you'll be asked to submit your unique code of ethics to our certification review panel, along with your application for your certification, gosh, that's a tongue twister, to demonstrate your intention and your integrity. Now, best of all, you know that you're studying with a highly reputable training and certification organisation. So because Biddy Tarot is an approved training provider with the International Institute of Complementary Therapies, you can rest assured that every part of this training program meets a very high level of integrity, and it's endorsed by an internationally recognised organisation. And remember, we've served over 1,800 students in our online courses, and we've welcomed over 300 aspiring tarot readers into our certification program in the last 2 years. We are really raising the bar and setting the standard high so that when you do finally become a certified Biddy Tarot reader, you can proudly display it to your friends, family, and new clients, knowing that you've been recognised as a trusted tarot advisor. So let's just have a quick look at how the program works. So let's talk about the training. When you enroll, you'll get access to our most popular course, Master the Tarot Card Meanings, complete with 7 modules of video lessons, workbooks, quizzes, all along the way, and you'll have 3 months to complete this course. Then in August, oh yeah, there we go, good. Then in August, you're going to get access to Read Tarot with Confidence, and that's got another 7 modules of video lessons, workbooks, and quizzes. Now, both courses are readily available online, so you can watch the video lessons when and where it suits you. Now, that's just the training component. Then there are the practice opportunities, or there are the training materials too. So for the training materials, we're including our 3 most popular guides in digital format, and so that's the Ultimate Guide to Tarot Card Meanings in 31 days. Plus, we're going to mail you the workbooks for the 2 training courses right to your home, like real physical copies. So that is pretty exciting. Then there is the practice opportunities. So from day 1, you'll get access to the free tarot readings platform where you can give free tarot readings to the general public. You get to choose how many readings you want to do, on what days you do them, and then you can easily request feedback after you complete a reading. It's an awesome way to put your skills into practice, to get feedback and build your confidence. Now, there is also ongoing support, so you will never feel alone throughout this program. Every month, you get to jump on a live group call with me and ask me your pressing questions about tarot. And this is huge value because it's one of the only ways to get direct access to me right now. So you'll also get 7 months access to our Biddy Tarot community, and that way you get group support with over 1,000 members and additional training, goodness me, like masterclasses, resources, all sorts of things. And of course, if you ever need technical support throughout the program, we are here for you. Our help desk superstars, Laura, Kirsty, and Julie, are just an email away and ready to support you. And then finally, there is the certification. So in November, we'll open up the doors for applications to become a certified Biddy Tarot reader. You'll be asked to submit 3 tarot readings, your code of ethics, and how you choose to work with the tarot. And your application will be reviewed by a panel of respected tarot readers, and you'll get personalised feedback. Now, of course, if you are successful, you get to call yourself a certified Biddy Tarot reader, and you'll be included in our directory on our website. Now, here's what's cool about certification. If you want to read for family and friends, you've got the confidence in knowing that you've been through that rigorous training and certification. And if you want to read professionally or read tarot for money, then this is a real certification that will set you apart from apart from other people in the marketplace, and it'll actually be like a selling point for you when it comes to getting clients. Now, one question that does come up here is, do you need to be certified to be a tarot reader? No, you don't. But I know so many people who've gotten huge value out of making the commitment to going through the full training, and then the pride that comes with going through the certification process. So just keep that in mind. Now, here's what's possible for you when you complete the Biddy Tarot certification program. If you want to read tarot for yourself, you'll feel more confident in being able to trust your intuition and access divine guidance for important life matters, using tarot as your guide. If you want to read tarot for others, you'll have those skills and confidence to position yourself as a trusted tarot advisor, someone who can share divine wisdom with others and help them create an inspired life. And if you want to go on to read tarot professionally, then you'll add credibility and integrity to your practice, attracting more clients and having an even bigger impact on the people you serve. All right, now let's talk about bonuses, because they are super fun and there are a ton of bonuses included in this program. In fact, everyone who enrolls in this program is going to get more than 20 bonuses worth an additional $1,000. There are checklists, reference charts, audios, PDFs, templates, so many things. Now, this is our first bonus, which is the Tarot Meanings Toolkit. You'll get things like our 45-minute Fool's Journey to help you connect to the major arcana cards. You get my tarot card keyword sheets and so many more tools to help you master the tarot card meanings. Now, our second bonus is the Tarot Confidence Boost Pack, and that includes the Confidence Booster meditation. And I created this guided visualization to help you feel 100% confident every time you go to do a tarot reading. This is powerful stuff, my friends. And look, this is just a sample of them. There are oodles more inside of the certification program, and I know that you're just going to love them. Not just all about the videos and the workbooks. It's all these bonuses as well that are going to get you super excited about learning tarot. And again, these bonuses are literally worth over $1,000. Now, are you ready to finally become a trusted tarot advisor and make a real difference with your readings? I'm going to take a wild guess and say that many of you are excited to start the program straight away. But one thing typically comes up when you're ready to dive in, and that is this. What is the investment, dear Bridget? So I want to break it down for you. Here's a quick recap of what you'll receive inside of the program. You'll get the Master the Tarot Card Meanings training course with over 50 hours of on-demand video classes so you can study at your own pace. You'll also get the Read Tarot with Confidence course, which also has 50 video lessons and tons of tools and resources to help you learn tarot. You get access to the free tarot readings platform, so you can practice your tarot readings with real people in exchange for feedback and experience. And I tell you what, this is by far the best way to improve your skills and confidence. You get 6 monthly live Q&A calls with me to ask your pressing questions and get direct support. You get 7 months Biddy Tarot community membership to connect with your tarot tribe, get community support, and access even more masterclasses and training. Plus, there's all those bonus training materials, and you get your certification application so that you can become a certified Biddy Tarot reader, and you'll get a complimentary 12-month listing on the Biddy Tarot member directory when you become a CBTR. Now, the value of this program with all the bonuses is well over $3,000. But the regular investment in this 7-month training and certification program is $1,297. But when you register between now and April 19th, the investment is just $997. So that's a saving of $300 off the regular price. Now, if money's a little bit tight right now, but your intuition is telling you just to go for it, then we've also got a monthly payment plan available. So that way you can get started today for just $179. And then there are 5 monthly installments of $179 later. Now, here is the cool thing. You could easily make back your investment with just 10 readings of $100 each, right? Super easy. That's just a week or two's worth of work. And yet the certification program is going to continue to benefit you week after week, month after month, year after year. So if you're super excited to get started, go to biddytarot.com/certification, or you can also click on the button to the right. Hopefully it's on the right. Now, we are all about having a big impact here at Biddy Tarot, and together we can have an even bigger impact on the broader community. So this year, $25 from every certification enrollment will be donated to Opportunity International, which is an organisation that provides microfinance loans for women in developing countries such as India, the Philippines, and Indonesia. And it's an organisation I've supported personally for several years, and now I want to share it with you. Now, in the spirit of giving, I want to offer you one super fun bonus. And this is because I love people who trust their intuition and take action on it. I'm adding a very special bonus. Now, if you're one of the first 20 people to sign up, you're going to get exclusive access to a 60-minute masterclass with me. 5 everyday things you can do to strengthen your intuition. It's one thing to read the tarot cards. It's another to read them intuitively. So in this masterclass, I'm going to show you the 5 simple strategies to connect with your intuition and create really powerful tarot readings. So if you want to learn how to connect more deeply with your intuition, then enroll ASAP, because this will be gone in a flash. Oh, losing my voice. So remember, to enroll, just go over to biddytarot.com/certification or click on the button to the right. Now, we also offer 100% money back guaranteed, provided that you do the work. I only really want to attract complete go-getters to the program who are truly ready to become trusted tarot advisors. And that's why in order to get a refund, you have to do the work. So you literally need to complete the modules, including the workbooks. And if you still don't see results in your tarot readings, then we'll refund your money within 30 days of your original purchase. You see, I believe that this program is so amazingly valuable, and I know that if you do the work, you'll see the results. All right, quick recap. Biddy Tarot Certification Program is open now, but only for a very, very limited time. If you enroll by April 19th Pacific time, you'll save $300. You can be one of the first 20 people to enroll, and you'll receive my bonus Intuition Masterclass. And I want you to know, like, this is the only time that we will run the certification program in 2018. So this is your opportunity. So go to biddytarot.com/certification. Now, shortly after you enroll, you'll get access to the program website, and that way you can start learning straight away. But I know for some of you might be thinking, oh, I'm not really ready, not just yet, but I don't want to miss out. So the neat thing is that you've got 3 months access to each of the training courses, but you can also download the course materials so that you've got lifetime access. So this is perfect if now is not the best time for you, but you want to take advantage of this limited time offer and this annual opportunity to join the program. Now, if you've got specific questions about this program, my team and I are on the live chat right now. So all you need to do is type your question into the chat box and we'll respond as soon as we can. And of course, I'm going to be jumping back on the video to answer your questions very, very soon. But first, I want to share this one final strategy to help you go from party trick tarot reader to trusted tarot advisor. So the final step is trust yourself. So before we go, I will say this. I have saved the most important step for last. Now, it'll probably strike you as very, very simple, but it can be really tough to achieve. So one of the things that aspiring tarot readers tell me most often is things like, Bridget, I just don't know if I can trust my intuition. I don't know if my reading is right or wrong, or I don't feel confident in reading tarot. You see it in tarot readings, people are checking for the right meaning, they're holding back, they're avoiding reading altogether because they just don't want to screw it up. And people end up feeling like really afraid to do a tarot reading because they feel like they might be judged. Now, this is really common, it's really normal, and it does boil down to one thing, and that is trust. So trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting that even if something doesn't make sense to your logical brain, that it can still be useful and powerful on a whole other level, an intuitive level. Now, I could teach a whole other workshop on why this is so rampant in the culture right now, why so many people are afraid to trust their intuition. That is a story for another day. So today I'll just say that if you are feeling that you have a sense that there's something more to tarot than just a party trick, then trust that feeling. Because what if you're right? What if using the tarot cards actually creates that bridge between everyday reality and the greater mystery, a deeper, more connected truth about what is? What if you were actually right about that? So it really all starts with trusting yourself and trusting your intuition. Beautiful. All right, so are you ready now to fully trust your intuition and live an inspired life? One that is truly in alignment with what you're meant to do and be here in this lifetime. So let tarot cards be your guide, because when you connect intuitively with the tarot, you connect intuitively with yourself and the universe. And from there, everything flows. You'll gain deep insight into your life and how you can create a positive future for yourself and others. And you're going to have a lasting and positive impact on the people you're here to serve, with many people reaching out to you for your support. And you'll be in alignment with your soul purpose and ready to make decisions and to really support that purpose as well. All of this is possible by connecting with the tarot cards. So let me show you how inside of the Biddy Tarot Certification Program, you're going to get end-to-end training to help you become a confident tarot reader. You'll have the opportunity to practice your skills reading tarot with real people who give real honest feedback, and you'll enhance your credibility and your reputation with certification. And remember, between now and April 19th Pacific time, you'll save $300 on your enrollment. And of course, if you're one of the first 20 to sign up today, you'll get exclusive access to my 60-minute masterclass, 5 things you can do to strengthen your intuition. So to enroll, go to biddytarot.com/certification. And my wish for you, is that you can be an amazing tarot reader and a trusted tarot advisor. So I would really love to show you how inside of the Biddy Tarot Certification Program. Now, I bet you've got lots of questions, and no doubt you've been sending them through, and we've been answering them as we go. So right now I'm going to jump back onto the video so that I can answer your questions personally. Okay, fingers crossed this all works. I'll be back on the video very, very soon. Hey, almost caught me by surprise then. I was like, I know it's going to finish soon. I better make sure that I'm here. And I am. So I hope that that training has been really helpful for you. And I also hope that you'll consider the Biddy Tarot Certification Program. Now, like I said at the end of the training, I will be here now to answer any of your questions about the training, about the certification program, you name it. I am here to help you. And I'm going to be here for a little while until I do answer all your questions. Now, there are a couple of things that came up throughout the training, a couple of little notes I want to add in, and so on, and some really important questions that I saw coming through the chat. And I'll tell you what, thank you so much for your questions. We were madly typing away, responding to as many people as we could. If you do still have a question, please send it through and I'm going to respond to it now. So a couple of notes. I did mention that we are donating $25 from every enrollment to Opportunity Australia. Now, because of a mismatch of values with that organisation, we are now supporting One Girl. Now, One Girl is an Australian charity who supports young girls and women in Sierra Leone and helps to educate them, and also to allow like young women to start a business. Now, I'm incredibly passionate about business, so I'm thrilled to also announce that we are a corporate partner with One Girl, which means we have a very solid commitment with One Girl now, and we are 100% behind them and supporting them. So just know that $25 from your enrollment will go towards One Girl and supporting young women to create their own businesses. Pretty neat. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is the physical, the paperback workbooks. So for each of the courses, you've got MTCM, Read Tarot with Confidence. We provide you a digital version of those workbooks, so that's absolutely included in the program. If you want to have the paperback mailed to you, it is an optional extra. It's only $25 and it barely covers costs. In some cases it doesn't. So that's your shipping and the 2 workbooks sent to you. I think it's over like 240 pages. It's crazy. So I just wanted to let you know that is an optional extra at $25, or you can just simply access all of the digital versions inside of the program. That's all included. So I hope that clarifies those things. Now, something that a couple of people were asking me in the chat is, right, I am a total beginner. Is this course too advanced for me, or is it right? Like, what should I do? So here's the thing. If you're at the very beginning of your journey, I tell you what, the certification program is so perfect for you. Now, here's why. Don't freak out and think, oh my gosh, well, I'm too new to this to get certified. It's not really about that at all. Certification is kind of like the icing on the cake. If you're new to tarot, what this represents is an end-to-end experience, which will take you from getting that first tarot deck of yours and going all the way to being able to read tarot for others and to do it with confidence and to be that trusted tarot advisor. Now, when I first started learning tarot, what happened was I was self-taught. So I went and I tried to get as many books as I could. I read literally dozens of books, but I had to really sift through that information and go, right, well, what's right for me? Oh, this doesn't quite feel right. Oh no. Or sometimes the books were contradictory, and it literally took me years to figure out what my style was and, what was the actual way of reading tarot. So contrast that to this experience where you will have all of that in just 7 months. And look, the way that I've designed these training programs and the whole certification experience is so that you can go from just getting that first tarot deck to really being able to read tarot with confidence. So if you are a beginner and you're wondering if the course is right for you, I say absolutely yes. It's also going to be probably the most efficient way for you to really get started. And I mean, you saw it with Garrett and his story. He was a beginner, and literally 11 months later, he was offering professional tarot readings. This might be the other thing that comes up for you too is, well, I don't really want to read professionally. That's cool. This program is fine for you. Here's what I'm going to guess what happens though. You kind of start going, okay, yeah, I'm not going to read tarot for other people, but you do it and you realize, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. I can do it. And then you go on, you start to read for others and then even read for payment. So let that just be a possibility for you. Brilliant. Okay, let me just check in. Oh, that was the other thing that came up a lot in the chat is, what if I use a different deck to the Rider-Waite deck? Is that okay? Absolutely. Now, the thing is, if you're just using oracle cards, I recommend that you get a tarot deck. So this isn't really like an oracle card course. There's many others that do that. This is a tarot card course. So get a tarot deck. That's step number 1. Thing number 2 is this. I teach with the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. Now, do I love this deck? Not particularly, but I do think it's a great deck to learn with. It's the sort of traditional deck. It's the deck that everything sort of is centered around when it comes to tarot. Now, I have my secret love affair deck, and that's the Lumina Tarot. And what I've done is, as I learn and I teach with the Radiant Rider-Waite deck, but I have my little secret affair deck, which is really the one that I do my readings with. So for you, if you're learning tarot, I recommend just get the Rider-Waite. It doesn't have to be your favorite deck. And then get the deck that you absolutely love. And you can start to learn side by side. So use the Rider-Waite to kind of be the translator, and then you can translate it and cross-reference it into the deck that you actually really love. Now, you might be super clued on and you might not even need the Rider-Waite deck as a kind of an in-between step. But if you're really new to tarot, I recommend just get the Rider-Waite and then find the deck that you really love and start to partner them together. So I hope that helps. Now, little wowzers. Okay, let me see. I'm going to try and make sure I can answer the questions that are coming through here. Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm going to the start. And got, okay, all right. I think I'm going to start up here. So this is also for my team to know. Okay. So Robbie is asking, are you going to put on your website when you'll be in the US? Okay. So this is a slightly different topic, but yes, I will be in the US in September to celebrate the launch of our new book and our new tarot deck. So probably by September, I'll be like, oh, you don't need the Rider-Waite, you need the Everyday Tarot deck, right? But yes, so we will be posting more information about that live tour that I'll be doing in the US. You can check it out at everydaytarot.com. Also, you can even pre-order the book now, pre-order the deck. But yeah, we'll be posting more details about the events there probably in the next month. We're looking pretty close to confirming all of those details. All right. Okay, so Wendy's asking, how much time should I set aside for this course? Really good question, because here's the thing. I want you to be really committed when you're entering this program. It's not something that you're just going to go, oh yeah, I'll do it sometime. I want you to be really committed. And don't worry, it's not like homework, school committed, where you're like, oh man, school day today. It's like it's a tarot day. Yes, I want to do tarot. So I generally recommend 1 or 2 hours a week on this. Now, if you do have, say, some holidays coming up, don't worry. It's all beautifully paced so that you can take it in your own time. You've got 3 months to complete Master the Tarot Card Meanings. And really, it's a program that was designed to be completed in about 6 or 7 weeks. And you have, 13 weeks. So you can pace it around your schedule. That said, we do ask you to complete it in the 3 months to help you really keep on task. Something our students really love about this program is that we keep you accountable. We chase you up. We say, hey, we haven't seen you around for a bit, or we're just about to wrap things up. How are you going? Here's what your schedule should look like, and so on. So we really work with you to make sure that you are completing this program, because we want to see you succeed. There's no point coming into the program and then going, oh, I don't know if I'll do it or not. I don't want you to waste your money. I really want you to get the most out of this investment. And in fact, we have that completion rate of, I think it's 80% of our students complete the certification program, which is pretty awesome considering I think the benchmark is about 15 or 20% for an online course. And that's because we really hold you accountable and we make sure that you're going to get the value out of it. Fabulous. Okay, let me see if I'm going. Shari's asking, what question should you ask your client to get to the heart of the question? Should you tell them to ask choice-based questions? Good question. So this is something that I do go into in a lot more depth in the Read Tarot with Confidence course inside of certification. And it's really about getting to the heart of the question and really unpacking what's really going on here. So a client might say to you, oh, well, when will I find my job? And you're like, okay, well, what's the pressure here? Or, is it that you've got financial concerns or what have you? Sometimes I like to ask, how is that a problem? And you keep asking that over and over until we get to the real core of the issue. So I believe that there's a conversation that really needs to happen before you can start to really shape up your question for the client. And it's not so much telling your client, right, you've just asked the wrong question. I'm going to make sure that you ask the right question. This is the question you'll be asking. No, it's much more of a conversation. And again, this is very much what I teach in the program about this whole concept of co-creating your reading with a client, that it is your client contributing to that reading as much as you are as a reader. It's not just you doing all the work as the reader, but the client's part of it as well. And in that process, your client starts to really accept responsibility for their own life as well. All right, I know we have a few folks saying, oh, you know what, maybe it's finances aren't so great right now, time isn't so great. Here's the thing, we only open up the certification program once per year to the public. So the next time that we'll open up in this kind of way will be in April 2019. Gosh, that sounds so far away, doesn't it? So if your intuition is calling you now, then go for it, because otherwise you're going to be waiting another 12 months. That said, I know that sometimes finances can be a little bit tough, and you might be able to take the next 12 months to save up for the program. I also want to let you know that we don't offer any further discounts apart from what we've offered here, because we have so many of our students who really save up and really put that time and investment into this program. So please know that there are no scholarships, there's no discounts. Please don't ask for them, because they're not there. The only kinds of discounts are like our early bird rate, and we also have a gift for our community members and our previous course students. Students from our course. That's what I mean to say. All right. Let me see. What else have we got? Okay. Do you know, another question that often comes up is, well, what if I apply for certification and I don't pass? Like, what if I fail? Okay, so don't stress. This isn't like university where you've only got one chance and then it's all over and you lose everything. No, it's not like that at all. So we really want to see you succeed. So this is what happens. You submit your application. You'll be submitting some things like your sample readings, how you see tarot working, your code of ethics, and so on. Now, if your application doesn't quite meet the standards or the criteria that we're looking for, we give you very specific and personalized feedback and then the opportunity to resubmit. So you might have an extra couple of weeks to go back, go through the classes, and then resubmit your application with our feedback to help you get to the level that we're looking for. So I just want you to know that we have your back 100%. We're supporting you 100% of the way, that's for sure. Okay, and let me just see. Yeah, okay, I've answered those ones. Brilliant. Valentine's asking, can you please give me your top suggestions for handling situations where you're doing an online reading and the person is being negative towards your reading, or they're just trolling you? Oh my gosh. This used to happen to me a lot. Used to happen though. This is very much about setting up your energetic boundaries. When I had clients that were complaining about the reading or, emailing me excessively afterwards, I don't mind doing follow-ups, that's fine, but excessive or being very negative, then that's it. That's all right. We end the relationship because I can't serve them and they're not going to get value from that reading. So we end the relationship. I think when you start to kind of blur the boundaries and go, oh, well, I'm trying to help you. Oh, so sorry. Oh, let me reread the cards, or I'm going to refund you all your money, whatever it might be. I think that's where we start to get a little bit lost and we start to attract these people. They are there to teach you to set up your energetic boundaries. And look, it's the same even now with us as like Biddy Tarot. Like, we've had trolls, and of course there's always someone that wants to say something negative, but we're at a point now where we just say, that's fine. If you want to be that way, it's go. Like, we can't help you. I'm here to help the people I can help. And Valentine, that might be the same for you. Just know when to call it and say, no, we're not a match, or yes, we're a great match, and just focus your energy on those people you can truly, truly serve and who you're in alignment with. All right. John's saying similar kind of thing, maybe. Most of my seekers end up with a negative conclusion. Is that normal? If you're finding that most of your seekers end up with a negative conclusion, maybe take a look at your own reading style in that sense. So sometimes in a reading, yeah, we might see some stuff that we don't necessarily want to have happen, but think about how can you just end that reading with perhaps some recommendations for how to manifest your goals, maybe some guidance around, sure, this thing's not working out the way that you want it to, but what are the opportunities that are available to you? This is where like a clarifying card might be really helpful in doing that. So yeah, I hope that is that's helpful too. Okay. Am I married? Yes, I am. Thanks very much, Ahmed. Good day. Nina, how do you deal with a client asking for a reading with no question, just to see what pops up? Okay, so Nina, I think what often happens here is we have, like, a lot of people have this idea that tarot equals psychic mind reading ability. And when they say, oh, I just want a reading, you're like, okay, well, what's your question? Oh, you should know. You're psychic, aren't you? Like, oh, that's not the idea here, right? So what I typically do is I'll try and ask a little bit for a bit more information. I'll say, look, for me to really help you here, it's good if we can start with a question or a particular area that you want to focus on. Sometimes they'll say, oh, okay, yeah, well, it's my relationship, blah, blah, blah. Or other times they say, no, I'm just curious. So what I do then is I actually just lay out 2 or 3 cards and I let the tarot guide me. And it's very interesting how much information you can glean from those few cards, and then that starts to open up a new conversation about what's really on the mind of this person. Then you can start to draw more cards, maybe you can go into a full reading and so on. So I hope that helps. All right, let me see how we're going. Meredith is asking, do you think this program, so the certification program, would benefit entrepreneurs doing a tarot-based business where readings isn't part of it? Okay, so Meredith, and for the folks who are like more in this professional space, so I want to be really clear. Biddy Tarot Certification Program is for helping you with your tarot reading skills. It will give you that added credibility of being a certified Biddy Tarot reader. So that certainly helps you with your business. However, what it is not a how to build your business course. If you want to learn how to build a business, then I have the Grow Your Tarot Business online program. You'll find it at biddytarot.com/GYTBO. And inside that program, that's where I show you how to price your readings, how to create a business model that's not just about the readings, but also about products and so on. And Meredith, if you have a business where you're actually generating a fairly regular income, then I also invite you to check out my coaching. I do one-on-one coaching with people who are building a business. So I think if you go to biddytarot.com/work-with-me, or look for the coaching option in the menu bar. I can really serve people in that space as well. All right. Erin's asking, I'm very new to tarot and I want to start a daily practice to read tarot for myself, but I'm struggling to find a good question to ask. Do you know, I actually really keep it simple for my daily card. I just ask my higher self, my guidance, just what do I need to know today? What is in my best interest today? And I just draw a card and we'll just focus on that. So don't overthink it. All you need is just a card. Now, what was the one that I drew today? Here we go. I just asked for some guidance today, and it's the 2 of Wands, which for me was a sign of just really focus on the stuff that lights me up. Now, sometimes I get a bit distracted with things that are a bit like just easy and quick, but they don't necessarily get me to my goals. But this card is showing me today to really stay focused, and I know what work I need to do today to manifest this card. So keep it simple, and you'll be amazed at how much it works for you. And friend Tara's asking, for a beginner, what is the best spread to do for feedback? Oh, that's an interesting one, for feedback. So maybe you might just ask, what did I do really well? What didn't I do well? And what can I learn? nice, simple spread. Hope that helps. Now, I'm just going to check in with my team. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, beautiful. Now, and just having a look with our team, we are having a couple of issues at the moment with processing the enrollments for the certification program. Don't worry, we've got you all covered. I think there'll be a spot where you can submit your details and we will make sure that we can get your enrollment finalised as soon as possible. So all good. All right, let me see. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know I'm here and I'm ready and excited to take your questions. Let me see. So, okay, yeah, Meredith's just adding to her question. It's actually using the tarot for media literacy rather than doing readings for people. I love it. I love seeing the tarot get used in really awesome ways. So yeah, Meredith, I might be able to support you more in terms of growing your business. So check out the coaching, that might be helpful. That said, actually, so certification will probably help you with really understanding the tarot on a very deep level and then being able to translate that into this media literacy that you're doing. So that could be really exciting. All right, Derek's asking, what if the cards get confusing or are highly polarized? I once had almost a mirror image, positive and negative cards on two sides of the spread. It confused me. So this is an interesting question. I think this is where really setting up a sacred space before you start reading is very important. This is what I teach inside of Read Tarot with Confidence. Oftentimes we can just kind of rush into a reading and then we get confused because we actually haven't prepared ourselves to be in that more intuitive space and we're letting our head just get a bit ahead of us. So that might be one part. The other part is this. I see life as we are in this kind of this space that we're in as a whole, like we're in a very dual concept. So there's a lot of contrasts and you'll probably be able to relate whenever you have a really high moment in your life, it's probably contrasted with a low moment. And we actually often live in this life where we might have something really awesome happen, but there's something else kind of balances it out. It's just the nature of this duality that we have. Now, the more love and mindfulness and peace that we can bring into life, the more we actually find unity in those two opposite parts. I know I'm going into a very different space here, but this is why you might be seeing contrasty things in a reading. It's not a bad sign. It's just an indication that we do live in this contrasted world. And the goal is, how can we take the stuff that we see as negative and see it as a real opportunity? And when you do that, you go, all right, well, this bad thing's happening over here. How is that good for me? And this good thing happening here, how is that actually bad for me? And as we do that, we start to bring these two parts together. And it's once you've got unity, that's where you're finding yourself in a lot more alignment. So the contrasting in a reading could show you that you are yet to bring those parts of yourself or your situation into alignment. Okay, that's a little bit deeper than we normally go, but I hope that that's helpful. All right. Marie's just saying, I came in too late and missed the beginning. Will the recording be available? Yes, in a couple of hours, we'll send out the replay link. All right. Okay, so I know for a couple of you might be having some trouble at the moment with the payment. Don't stress, we've got you covered. Also, if you do have any questions at all or any issues come up, we are here to help you. So my team is available at team@biddytarot.com. We have all hands on deck right now. So we are here to support you and answer your questions. Oh my gosh, Nigel, you're saying it's getting really late here. It's close to 3 a.m. You are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Amazing. Appreciate you so much. It's really neat. Okay, let me just check in. Damien's asking, should a pre-reading process be implemented into your reading, such as meditation, prayer, etc.? Yes, definitely. And I think this is the step that so many readers miss, and that's why we end up getting really confused in a reading. And again, this is what I'm teaching in the Read Tarot with Confidence. There are 7 steps to a remarkable reading. Step 1 is set up that sacred space. If you miss that important step, I believe that the whole reading is compromised. You don't get the best out of the reading if you don't set up the sacred space. So that's incredibly important. All right, John saying, I've been reading for a month now. I'm in sales, so face-to-face is nothing but a chicken wing. That's cute. I use only the Celtic Cross spread. Is there one better? Which is your favorite? So here's the funny thing with the Celtic Cross. It's pretty much in every tarot book, but I don't think it's a good spread, but it's not suitable for every reading. Celtic Cross works really well when you've got a general situation and you just kind of want to investigate or explore it a bit more. If you want to figure out, should I live in country A or country B, the Celtic Cross is not going to help you. There are other spreads. And again, this is what I'm teaching inside of Read Tarot with Confidence. You need to choose the spread based on the question. So a lot of people go, oh, let me choose a spread and then ask a question. I believe it's better the other way around, because then you get to really answer your question in a more compelling way. I also teach how to create your own spreads so that you can have a really customized experience. So if you are asking, like, should I live in country A or country B, you can really get to the core of what it is that you're asking, and then your spread will reflect all of that. So my favorite's like creating one. That's for sure. All right, let me just check how we are doing. All right, neat. Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to do a last call for any more questions, and if there are no more questions, I'll be wrapping things up in just a couple of minutes. So just finally, just another invitation to you. If you do want to learn how to become a trusted tarot advisor, please consider the Biddy Tarot Certification Program. The early bird offer will expire very soon and doors will close for good at the start of next week. So I think it's Tuesday, Aussie time, Monday, not Aussie time, US time. You'll see the timer on the page. So to find out more, go to biddytarot.com/certification. Now, remember, this program is great if you're a beginner, or even if you're a more seasoned tarot reader and you really want to take your tarot reading practice to the next level. This gives you confidence, it gives you credibility, it gives you an end-to-end experience that covers not just the training side of things, but practice. So rare that we actually get to practice these things in a safe place, and that certification at the end. So please do consider the program and we'd love to help you out. So biddytarot.com/certification. And just a quick note, right now we are experiencing some troubles with the payments and the enrollments. It's probably because it's so popular. Like, check this out. All of these love hearts right here are all of our students so far. This is a very popular program, and we hope that we can welcome you inside very, very soon. Awesome. So a couple of other questions coming through. Valentine, you're asking again about the about the reading for negative people. I did address that probably about 10 minutes ago. So I hope that was helpful. Shari's asking, what is one way you can come up with your own spread? So if the question is, what do I need to know about my relationship right now? Just do a little brainstorm of mini questions. Maybe what can I improve in my relationship? What's going really well? What step can I take, to make things better again, or something like that? And these little mini questions are what form the actual customized spread. So it's quite a simple process. There's a little bit more in terms of then making sure it's balanced out and so on, and looking for those connections in those cards, but ultimately asking little mini questions and using those mini questions to create the reading. All right. Okay, so we're just posting a note. We have broken the internet. Oops, sorry, internet. But yeah, so we are having a little bit of trouble, but no stress. There is a contact form so that we can get in touch with you as soon as everything is hunky-dory again, which I don't think will be far away. All right, I want to say a huge thank you. Oh, awesome. Sorry, I have to this is gorgeous. So Rossi is saying, Dear Bridget, to wrap up and make a space for your own reflection, to share if you wish, how do you feel your second webinar went? How did you meet your own intentions? What does your intention tell you? And thank you for your perspective. I love it. So cute. Well, I feel that this webinar was great. I really appreciate you all for being here very, very much. And I appreciate your time and your energy here today. I hope that you've been able to take away some really awesome things from the training. And I also hope that the certification program is something that will be helpful to you. If it's not, no stress. You don't have to think about it. You probably wouldn't be on this call right now if it wasn't something you were thinking about. But if you are on the fence about certification, I really do recommend it. If you do have any questions at all, contact us over at team@biddytarot.com and we are here to help you. And fingers crossed, the internet stops being broken very, very soon and we get things going again. But until then, just make sure, fill out the form if you're interested in the program, and we'll make sure you know when we are ready to start things over again and get those enrollments. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you again and have an awesome day or evening or sleep, whatever it might be for you. All right, thank you, everyone, and bye for now.